Hey, black folk. So I had someone leave a comment the other day saying that she was bullied, and she is biracial, but she was bullied because she was light skinned and had good hair. And when I read that, a little bit of my hair stood up on my neck because I can't stand that whole good hair, bad hair conversation in the black community because we know it falls under colorism. What is colorism? Colorism is basically a belief and either or a practice where we either think or favor someone over another within our community based on the color of their skin and or the color of their eyes and or the texture of their hair. Now, yes, colorism takes place in many cultures, the Indian culture, whatever, but I'm talking about our people right here, okay? So, where's the root of colorism start? Well, let's take it on back to the plantation, right? So you got the master sleeping with the slaves, getting them pregnant, and thus mostly producing, of course, when you mix black and white together, many times the baby comes out a hue a little lighter than the black parent. Not always. So that being the case, the slave owner was not going to always have his little light skinned baby out there in the fields, so they'd be like, at least let the baby be in the house sometimes. You understand? So that brought a division between lighter and darker because the outside slaves were looking at the light skinned people thinking, okay, they have preference because of the color of their skin. That planted a seed of division. The second way it planted a seed of division is because it made us think in our minds those that they weren't good enough. They weren't good enough because their dark skin was bad. Light skin was good because it gave them closer proximity to the white man. You see how there was a whole mind fuck that slavery did to us? So that's why years later, many black people fell prey to that, and they would do certain things to be a part of certain organizations, to be a part of certain clubs, or even get certain jobs. Many people had this paper bag test. You ever heard of that? If a black person was lighter than a brown paper bag, then you may get that job or you may be a part of that organization or have you. But if you were darker, my mother used to have this saying, if you're light, you're all right. If you're brown, you better sit down. But if you're black, good God Almighty, get back. And she said she would say that because she saw how people would discriminate against black people with other blacks because of the color of their skin. So then, of course, the light eyes. Now, I personally think we've come a long way as a black people with this whole colorism thing. So that's why when I read what the person said, it sort of like jolted me because I'm like, good hair? What? Good hair? Hell, as long as you got hair, it's good hair. And see, that was another thing because we thought because a lot of times biracial people, their hair is a different texture. And so therefore, we see it as it was good hair. It ain't nappy. So again, that's self-hatred. We hate ourselves because we're darker and our hair is coarse, not knowing that the the most beautiful hair and the most versatile hair is the coarse hair. That's why we're able to change it so much and put braids and weaves and locks and adorn ourselves with beauty. However, we also did used to believe that. I've heard black people say that years ago. Oh, he got good hair. He a red bone. He got good hair and pretty eyes. To me, if your eyes work, they're pretty. Okay? They don't have to be green or blue to be pretty. As long as I can see, I got me some pretty eyes. So, people, I just want us to be aware. I want to commend us as black people. I don't want to always be coming on here feeling like I'm jumping on our backs and complaining because I'm not. I'm a big up you when you big when you deserve it. And I think as a black people, we've come a long way. And it's just my opinion. I think we've come a long way with this whole colorism thing. And I also want us to make sure we teach our children that they don't fall into that light skin is better. Light, white, brown, black. Hey, no one's better than anybody. And as you're in your parenting, parents, make sure you're not subconsciously and unintentionally creating a divide because when maybe one of your children is lighter than the other. Okay? So y'all, black people, y'all doing okay? You doing good? We doing good. We doing the best we can. Let me tell you, we are survivors. We are survivors for what our ancestors went through and the post-traumatic slave trauma that we still or is in our DNA and that we still suffer from, and the brainwashing. I think we've come pretty damn far, and don't let none of these people make you feel like we haven't. Okay, but let's just continue to check ourselves with this whole colorism aspect. I talk to y'all soon. Y'all be blessed. Sisters, keep drinking your water, mind your black business, and brothers, keep doing what you do because can't nobody do it better than you.